Hi everyone, welcome back to our lesson. So we are discussing 8th class physics chapter 1 force. Last week we have discussed what is force and identifying push or pull and the definition of the force. So we have given some examples of push and pull and both. So in this session, let us discuss what are the types of forces and how can we recognize that forces. By doing certain activities and observing the activities, let us identify the types of forces. Children, so after completing this session, we will have a small home task also. So everybody has to watch from beginning to end, and then afterwards whatever the home task is given at the end of the video, you should complete it. In your notebook you have to write down as for the date and then you have to send me through the WhatsApp. So let us discuss in this video the types of forces. So now let us observe this first of all. So observe these activities. First one, observe carefully what is going on. See, clearly observe what is going on in the activity. So we are pushing object and pulling back. So carefully you have to observe. And the second activity, observe once. So what is going on? So after observing these activities, we will have a questions. I will ask questions. So first,
let us
observe
arrange
the
these
activities
and
carefully.
a pad.
So observe
You can
this
arrange.
activity also.
So like this as shown in the video, and so middle let us keep some
How to watch
space
the
for placing
activity,
bar
what
magnet
is happening
or
in
any
the
magnet
activity.
you
So
now,
clearly,
let us
so your
keep
concentration should be
magnet
on the video.
at the center of this.
So what is going on,
safety
you
pins.
have to
Now let us
observe
see.
clearly.
So what happens? Observe carefully. So when the pins are near to the magnet, they are jumping and attracting the magnet.
Okay? Shall I ask questions now? So now let us discuss and we will ask questions and get the answers. So for everything, after observing, so we have to ask questions ourselves. Then only we will get the answers. In science, we should ask a question for everything. Why it is happened like that? So why it is happened like this? What is the reason? Then only we will get the answers. Students, so after observing the first activity, what is happening in the first activity? So you are pushing the objects. Then afterwards we are pulling back. So pushing and pulling. So we are applying force directly on the objects. That means we are touching the objects and pushing and pulling back. And the second activity also, so we are applying force on the toothpaste. So when you press the toothpaste, what is happening? What happened? The paste came out. That means you have to apply some force on the toothpaste. Then only the toothpaste came out from the tube. And the another activity. So what happens? We arranged some pins, certain distance. For every pins there is a certain distance. Then middle we have placed a magnet. So there is no direct contact between this magnet and the safety pins. But magnet attracted. So these pins are pulled. Safety pins are pulled towards the magnet. How it is happened? But here one thing you have to notice. Magnet did not touch the safety pins directly. But even the pins are pulled towards the magnet. That means there is some force attracting the pins, isn't it? That means some force is acting on the pins. So now, after observing these three activities, in the first two activities, moving the duster along with the cube, and the second one, pressing the tube. In these two activities, directly we are touching. That means there is a direct physical contact. Direct physical contact. So when we touch directly, when there is a direct physical contact, so it is called contact force. Contact force is nothing but we have to touch directly. We have to touch directly. So when there is a direct physical contact, it is called contact force. So you can see the textbook and underline what is contact force. In the textbook is there, you can underline. What is contact force? Force which results when there is a direct physical contact between two interacting objects is known as contact force. Between any two objects, there should be a direct interaction. That means the two objects physically should touch each other. That is called contact force. On the other hand, on the third activity, if you observe, there is no direct physical contact. But even though these safety pins are attracted, that means pulled towards the magnet. That means force is acting on the safety pins without any direct physical contact. So like this, any forces acting without any direct physical contact, these forces are called field forces or non-contact forces. So you can observe the definition of this non-contact forces or field forces, or you can also say forces at a distance. That means if there is some distance between any two objects also, there will be some force between the two objects. This force is called force at a distance or field force or non-contact force, we can say. So underline this definition also. What is the definition? Let us see. The force which occurs without any physical contact between two objects is known as a force at a distance or field force. Underline that. So now we understand that forces are two types. First one, contact forces, and second one, non-contact forces. Contact forces, there should be a direct physical contact. Non-contact forces or field forces or force at a distance. That means for this there is no need of direct physical contact. So let us discuss these two forces briefly. First one, forces at a distance or field forces. So in these field forces, again these are divided into three categories. Field forces are, now we will going to discuss three types of field forces. The first one is magnetic force. Magnetic force. To understand this magnetic force, we need to conduct a small activity. Let us see the activity. Activity number 2. So those who have textbooks, please concentrate on the textbook. So while I'm explaining, so you can also observe the textbook and follow the textbook, and at the same time you can also listen to me carefully. In the 6th class, you may have conducted several activities with the magnets. 6th క్లాస్లో మీరు మ్యాగ్నెట్స్ తోటి చాలా యాక్టివిటీస్ అంటే చాలా ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ కండక్ట్ చేసి ఉండవచ్చు. సో లెట్ us recall that activities. Here also we'll conduct some small activities. Take a sewing needle. Machine kunde needle, you can take it, sewing needle, and take a bar magnet. So rub the sewing needle with the help of bar magnet like this. So rub the needle with a bar magnet several times. But one thing you have to keep in mind here. So you have to rub the needle always in one direction like this, from up to down like this. You have to drag and lift the bar magnet, and again from top to bottom. So you have to rub the needle several times, 60 times. Okay, 40 to 60 times you can rub it with a bar magnet. So don't change the poles of the bar magnet also. Needle also you have to catch it properly and rub it in one direction. Don't rub like this, okay, up and down. Only one direction, top to down, okay, like this. So after rubbing like that, so you have to test the needle whether this needle magnetized or not. Magnetized means what? This needle will get some magnetic property. That means this needle is able to attract the magnetic substances like iron fillings. You have to test it after rubbing like this. So now with this needle we will conduct a small activity. So take a cork. Cork means it is a light object which can float in the water. So small cork you can take, and this needle insert in that cork, and take a cup of water. In that, this needle with the cork you have to place. So it will rotate easily. While it is rotating, okay, you have to find the north pole and south pole. So how to find out this north pole and south pole? With the help of magnetic compass. So you can find out this north pole and south pole. So magnetic compass, you know, to find the directions north and south, a small box. Already you learned about this magnetic compass in the 6th class. So with the help of this magnetic compass, find out the north and south poles of this needle. So after finding the poles like north pole and south pole, so you have to take 2 foam balls, one red color ball and another one white color foam ball. Foam balls are very light, no? That's why you have to take foam balls. Red color foam ball you can attach to the pin, the south pole, and white color foam ball attached to the another pole like north pole. So red color is for the south pole and white color foam ball is north pole. So now again repeat the activity like this. Take another needle and magnetize that needle also with the help of a bar magnet. Several times you have to rub the needle, and for that needle also you can pin one red color foam ball for the south pole and white color foam ball to the north pole. So now this needle also place in the water. So already we kept one needle in the a cup of water. So now observe what is happening in the cup of water. Observe clearly. So if you observe, so when you place red color and white color together opposite each other, then what happens? These 2 colors, so red color of the one pin, white color of the another pin. So when they come closer, they will attract. So if you reverse these balls, so like red color of the first pin and red color of the other pin, second pin. So if you keep face to face like this, what is happening? What happens? They will not attract, they will push each other. They will push each other. Here, what we have observed is that without any physical contact, there will be a forces acting on each other. So pushing and pulling without any physical contact. So what force is responsible for this pushing and pulling without any physical contact? So here magnetic force is responsible. Magnetic force is responsible. In the previous classes you already learned about magnetic poles. Like poles repel and unlike poles attract each other. Unlike poles attract each other and like poles repel each other. So that is what happening in the cup of water. When you place two colors same face to face, they will repel. When you place the different colors face to face, they will attract. So for attraction and repulsion, so there is some force. That force is responsible. That force is nothing but magnetic force. Second one, electrostatic forces. What is electrostatic forces? Let us understand electrostatic forces with an activity. For this we need a balloon and small pieces of papers. First we have to take a balloon and inflate the balloon and tie the balloon with a thread. Keep aside. Now take a small paper, cut into very tiny pieces. That means small pieces you have to cut and place on a table. Now take the paper and rub the balloon thoroughly. After rubbing, you have to bring the balloon near the pieces of paper. What do you observe? You will observe that these tiny papers will jump and cling to the balloon because so when you rub the balloon with a paper, the balloon becomes a charged body. That means balloon acquires some charge. So when you bring this balloon near the pieces of paper, small tiny papers, these small tiny papers acquires opposite charge. Then these two bodies attract each other. So instead of these tiny papers, you can keep pepper and salt. You can try what happens. So like this, another activity also we can conduct. So instead of balloon, you can take a plastic comb or a plastic pen, ballpoint pen. So you can take that pen or comb. You comb your hair thoroughly, dry hair especially. Then after that, you bring near the pieces of paper. So observe that the papers will jump and cling to the ball pen or comb. So this is also because of the bodies becomes charged bodies. So here by rubbing, the bodies will gain some charge. This is called electrostatic force. So let us define electrostatic force. The force exerted by a charged body on another charged body. The force exerted by a charged body on another charged body. So is called electrostatic force. You can see the textbook, underline that definition. Electrostatic force. There is no direct physical contact. So that is why it is also an example for force at a distance or field force. Next one, gravitational force. It is our common experience that if a pen slips off from our hand, what happens? Everybody knows it fall down on the ground. For example, this is the pen. So, for example, it is slips off from my hand. So, this pen slips off from my hand. So, it is fallen on the table. For example, table is there. So, that is why it is fallen on the table. But when the pen is on the table, it will not move. It's not moving. So, what is the reason? You can say that table is supporting. For example, if the table is not present, what happens? It will again fall down until something supports like a floor. That means any object slips off from our hand, it will fall on the ground. So, ground giving some support. So, here we have some questions. First one, why does a stone thrown up into the sky fall back to the earth? So, if you throw a stone into the air, again it will come back. Why it is coming back? And second question is, why do rivers flow down to the sea? So, rivers always flow down to the sea. So, why it is happening? And third question is, how does the earth hold the atmosphere? So, earth has atmosphere. How this earth holds this atmosphere? And fourth question, is there any force pulling the objects towards the earth? All the objects slips off from our hand, falling on the earth. That means something is pulling. Is there any force pulling the objects towards the earth? So now maybe you got the answer. So if anything thrown up into the air, it will come to the ground. So what is the reason? Which force is responsible? Everybody knows. What is that? Yes, exactly, gravitational force. This type of force is called gravitational force. So gravitational force is also an example for field forces or a force at a distance, non-contact force. So now we have discussed three types of field forces. The first one is magnetic force, and second one electrostatic force, and third one gravitational force. These three are the best examples for field forces or non-contact forces or forces at a distance. So here one interesting thing we have to observe about gravitational force. Any object near to the earth or close to the earth on the earth will experience a gravitational force. So this gravitational force is not just because of the earth gravitation, earth attraction. This gravitational force because of attraction between any two bodies, between the universe, any two bodies. In this universe, any two bodies will attract each other. So for example, any two bodies like in this universe, any two bodies having this attraction force. For example, in the classroom, there is a attraction between you and me, and there is a attraction between you and the blackboard, but we will not attract each other. So why it is not happening? Because when comparing to the earth attraction, earth gravity, the remaining body's gravity is negligible. This is the reason all the objects pulling towards the earth. About gravitational force, more interesting things you will learn in the lesson gravitation. There we will discuss some more interesting facts about gravitation. Now think and discuss. We have one question here, so let us think and discuss the answer. See the textbook. A cricket ball of mass m is thrown upwards with some initial speed. If the air resistance is neglected, what forces are acting on the ball when it reaches A, half of its maximum height, and B, its maximum height. The question is, we thrown a ball into the air with an initial speed. So after throwing, what are the forces acting on the ball after reaching its half of the maximum height? So after reaching the half of the maximum height, the muscular force and the gravitational force both will act on the ball. So when the ball reaches the maximum height, so there muscular force becomes zero. Only gravitational force acts on the ball. So I think you understand. If you do not understand, see again, repeat again, watch again. Next one. So after observing these three activities, we have got an idea about force at a distance. So let us discuss briefly about force at a distance with the concept of field. What is force at a distance or what is field force? Now we can define like this. It acts between any two bodies when there is no direct physical contact between the two bodies is called force at a distance. Let us imagine or visualizing the field. This force at a distance we can explain with the concept of field. So what is field? Let us see. So to know that we have to visualize, imagine the concept of field around a bar magnet. So for that we need a bar magnet and one sheet of white paper and some iron fillings. Take a bar magnet, place on a table. So activity 4, you can take the textbook, observe the activity 4. Take a bar magnet and place on the table. And you can take a white drawing sheet paper, place on the bar magnet. So on the white sheet, so you can sprinkle some iron fillings. So after that, you can take a pencil or pen, touch the white sheet gently. Then observe the pattern of the iron fillings. After that, change the direction of the bar magnet and again do the same. Touch the paper gently with a pen or pencil. Again observe the pattern of the iron fillings. For different directions, you will observe the different patterns. So around the bar magnet, so you will observe the imaginary field lines. You can see that in a small space around the magnet, iron fillings set themselves in a pattern because they are affected by the magnetic force of the field created by the bar magnet. The pattern represents the magnetic field. So what is magnetic field? Let us define. The space around the magnet where its influence can be detected is called the magnetic field. So around the bar magnet there is a small space, small region is called magnetic field. Let's repeat the definition. What is magnetic field? The space around the magnet where its influence can be detected is called magnetic field. You can underline in the textbook. Now, what is field? See what is field. A field is a region in which a force can be experienced by another object placed at any point in that region. So field is nothing but it is a region of the particular object. For example, a small region around the bar magnet. In that region, if any other objects like a magnetic substances, if any placed in that region, it will be attracted by the magnet. So like that, around the electric charges there is a electrical field. A magnetic field surrounds a magnet. An electric field surrounds electric charges, and a gravitational field surrounds masses. So now you understand three regions, three fields. A magnetic field surrounds a magnet. That means మ్యాగ్నెట్ చుట్టూ ఉండే ఆ ఫీల్డ్ని మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అంటాం. ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జెస్ చుట్టూ ఉండే సరౌండ్స్ ఉండే ఫీల్డ్ని ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అంటాం. అలాగే మాసెస్ చుట్టూ ఉండే ఆ ఫీల్డ్ని గ్రావిటేషనల్ ఫీల్డ్ అంటాం. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద త్రీ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్. సో నౌ ద స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫీల్డ్. Strength of the field, where it is maximum, where it is minimum. Let us see. The strength of a field in a particular region can be represented by field lines. So how can we represent strength of the field? So represented by the field lines, magnetic field lines. So with the help of that lines we can represent the strength of the field. So more number of field lines are present, then it is a stronger field. Less number of field lines are present, it is a weak field. So simply we can say that the greater the density of lines, the stronger the forces in that part of the field. Density is nothing but number of field lines. So my dear students, let us conclude this session with a small revision. So in this session we have discussed that types of forces, contact forces and field forces. In that we discussed about field forces. Field forces are three types: magnetic force, electrostatic force and gravitational force. And one more thing, the concept of field we discussed in this session. So now home task. Define the field forces: magnetic force, electrostatic force and gravitational force. So these three forces you have to write the definition and send me. So we'll meet again in the next class. Until then, keep watching. Thank you.